It begins with a whisper, a shimmering, impossible blue that draws the eye and holds it captive. Not merely a stone, but a fragment of frozen night sky, plucked from the void and polished to a terrifying perfection. This is the Hope Diamond. Its weight, a staggering 45.52 carats. Its color, a deep, ethereal violet blue, so rare it seems to pulse with an inner light, a cold fire that has captivated kings, queens, and commoners alike for centuries. But beneath its undeniable splendor, a darker truth lies coiled. A legend, persistent and chilling, suggests this diamond carries a curse, a malevolent energy that latches onto its owners, dragging them into a vortex of despair, ruin, and often a violent, untimely end. It is a story whispered in the hushed halls of power, in the shadowed corners of auction houses, and in the quiet, unsettling moments when one considers the sheer weight of history and the price some have paid to touch such beauty. Its journey began in the ancient mines of Golconda, India, known then as the Tavernier Blue. Acquired by King Louis XIV of France in the 17th century, it was recut and became a centerpiece of the French monarchy, a symbol of their absolute power. The whispers began subtly, almost imperceptibly, even then. King Louis XIV, its first royal owner, died of gangrene, a painful and agonizing end. It was under Louis XVI and his ill-fated queen, Marie Antoinette, that the curse, if one were to call it that, truly began to tighten its grip. They wore the diamond, displayed it, reveled in its magnificence. Even as the storm clouds of revolution gathered, the French Revolution, a cataclysmic upheaval, swept them both away. Louis XVI, Marie Antoinette, both met their end beneath the guillotine, their reign dissolved in a torrent of blood and fury. The diamond, their beautiful, glittering symbol of power, was stolen during the chaos, vanished into the swirling shadows of a new, brutal age. For years, it remained lost, a phantom of its former self, until it resurfaced in London in 1839. Recut, smaller, its past shrouded in mystery, it now bore a new name, the Hope Diamond, after the wealthy banking family who acquired it. They saw only beauty, only investment. But the shadow, it seemed, had merely been waiting. The Hope family, for a time, prospered. But the diamond's subtle influence, its slow, relentless pressure, began to manifest. Henry Hope, the first to possess it, died not long after. His descendant, Lord Francis Hope, inherited the diamond but soon gambled away his fortune, fell into bankruptcy, and was forced to sell it. His marriage ended in scandal, and he died a broken man. The jewel then passed through the hands of a series of private collectors and dealers, each one seemingly touched by its cold, silent malevolence. Jacques Collet, a French broker, committed suicide. Prince Ivan Kanitovsky, a Russian, was murdered by revolutionaries. Simon Maioncharides, a Greek merchant, drove his car off a cliff, killing himself and his family. Each story, each tragic end, added another chilling layer to the diamond's growing legend. The pattern was becoming undeniable, a tapestry woven with threads of misfortune and untimely death. It was almost as if the diamond itself, with its deep, otherworldly blue, was a silent observer, absorbing the suffering, feeding on the despair of those who dared to claim it. Perhaps the most famously tragic chapter belongs to the McLean family, specifically Evelyn Walsh McLean, an American heiress and socialite. She purchased the Hope Diamond in 1911, reportedly scoffing at warnings about its curse. She even claimed to have broken the curse by having the diamond blessed. For a time, it seemed she was right. She wore it often, unfazed. But the diamond, it seems, has a long memory. The McLean family's life, once glittering, descended into a series of unthinkable tragedies. Evelyn's eldest son, Vincent, was killed in a car crash at 9. Her daughter, Evelyn Jr., committed suicide at 25. Her husband, Edward Beale McLean, lost his newspaper empire, was declared insane, and died in a mental institution. And finally, her youngest daughter, Emily, died of a drug overdose. Evelyn herself died in 1947, utterly devastated by relentless grief and loss. She was the last private owner of the Hope Diamond. The sheer concentration of misfortune within one family, directly linked to their ownership of the stone, remains one of the most unsettling details of its grim history. Was it merely coincidence? Or was there something far more insidious at play, a malevolent force radiating from the heart of that impossibly blue gem? For centuries, people have grappled with the question of the Hope Diamond's curse. Is it a genuine supernatural phenomenon, a dark energy imbued within the stone itself, perhaps from its ancient origins or violent extraction? Some suggest large, precious gems, especially from sacred grounds, can carry a karmic debt. Others dismiss the curse as pure superstition, a dramatic narrative woven around a series of unfortunate but ultimately coincidental events. They argue that owners of such immensely valuable objects are inherently at higher risk, targets for thieves, political enemies, and the crushing weight of public scrutiny. The stress, the constant fear of loss, could easily contribute to poor decisions and susceptibility to misfortune. The diamond, in this view, doesn't cause the tragedies, but rather attracts them, or at the very least, highlights them for history to observe. It's also entirely possible that the legend itself, once established, began to influence events. A self-fulfilling prophecy, where those who believed in the curse might subconsciously make choices that align with its narrative. In 1958, the legendary jeweler Harry Winston donated the Hope Diamond to the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C. He sent it through the mail in a simple brown paper package weighing just over a pound, a seemingly mundane, almost anticlimactic end to such a tumultuous journey. His reasoning was clear: to protect the diamond and allow the public to view its unparalleled beauty without the constant fear of its legendary curse. Since then, the diamond has remained in the museum, a silent, glittering centerpiece viewed by millions each year. The string of tragedies, the violent deaths, the bankruptcies, and the suicides, they seem to have ceased. The curse, it is believed, has been broken. Or has it merely been contained? We are left to wonder. Does the diamond, now encased in a sterile museum display, still hold its dark power? Or did its removal from private ownership, its transition from a personal possession to a public treasure, somehow sever its connection to human suffering? The Hope Diamond sits, cold and brilliant, a testament to breathtaking beauty, and a chilling reminder of the price some have paid to possess it. Its story is a dark mirror, reflecting our own greed, our ambition, and our desperate yearning for something eternal. And in the quiet of the night, when the museum is empty, one might almost hear the echoes of those who once held it and were consumed.